What's going on, Yu-Gi-Oh community? It's YGO Paladin coming to you with another video, and Lightning Overdrive has officially been revealed. We got all the world premiere cards, we got the OCG imports, and we have a lot to talk about. I haven't read a majority of these cards. I did read one War Rock card. It was actually not that bad. So I want to go in this blindly. I have not read any of these. I just have to express that. So this is going to be me reacting to these cards because it's been a while since I've done a reaction video. So let's go ahead and check out these cards. So the first card we have here is Proof of Proofless. Is a level 3 Dark Fiend effect monster. 100 attack points, 100 defense points. If you control no special summon monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon other monsters for the rest of this turn. Interesting. You can only use this effect, Proof of Proofless, once per turn. If this card is normal or special summon, you can immediately after this effect resolves tribute summon one monster. I'm sensing this has to be for Monarchs, right? Aren't Monarchs already getting a card, a Pendulum card that can work with them? This seems like Monarch support right here. So that seems like for Monarchs, but in any other deck, it's not that good. We have Thrawn the Disciplined Angel, yeah, I can't. Sorry, a little tongue-tied here. Level 4 Earth Fairy effect monster. Earth Fairy. I think they're trying to do something with that, huh? Disciplined? I don't know. 1500 attack, 600 defense points. If a monster or monster that was originally an Earth Fairy monster is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Thrawn the monster once per turn. Thrawn, huh? This is interesting because I have been seeing they've been doing some Earth Fairy monsters quite lately, right? Didn't they do that for a couple of TCG exclusives as well? That's interesting. I wonder if they're trying to build something that all works together. Next we have Pendranksation. It's a rank 4 Water Cyberse effect monster Xyz. 2,000 attack points, 1,000 defense points. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach one material from this card. If you have more cards in your extra deck than your opponent, apply these effects in sequences depending on the difference. 1 or more, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. 5 or more, neither player can target this card with card effects until the end of your opponent's turn. 10 or more, banish one card your opponent controls. 15 or more, make your opponent's life points 3,000. You can only use this effect, Pendratrachosaurus, once per turn. This is interesting. So, yeah, this actually kind of punishes people that use the pot cards, that Grand Maju decks like that really don't use the extra deck. This is interesting. And also, I think for Pendulums, right? Wouldn't Pendulums also count if you have more cards in your extra deck? Yeah, I think Pendulums will count. So that's interesting, especially if you can get to that 15 or more, but I don't ever really see that happening. But it's interesting. Next, we have Expendable Die. It is a normal trap card. Tribute one warrior monster, then target one card of the field, destroy it, and if you do, draw one card. So it's not an Icarus attack because I will pop 2 cards, but I guess in some ways it's supposed to trade off between that. So instead of popping 2 cards, you get to pop 1, then draw 1 card, but you have to tribute a warrior monster. I do like the artwork though. Digrapher battling some shadow. That does look familiar though. It's interesting. It's interesting. Now we have Terrors of the Underroot. It is a normal trap card. Target up to 5 cards in your opponent's graveyard and the same number of your opponent's banished cards. Banish those targets from their graveyard, and if you do, return those banished targets to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 Terrors of the Underroot per turn. Interesting. So, what could this counter? Well, it could counter some decks, but at the same time, if those decks tend to have cards that are already banished, that you don't want them back in their graveyard. You know what I mean? But it's up to 5, so that's actually interesting. I wonder if this will see some play. Maybe not, but it's interesting. And is that one Ghost Girl that's not actually the Ghost Girl? That kind of, yeah, right? Isn't it like Underroot? I think that was the name of it. I really can't remember. Oh, okay, so we're getting to the War Rocks, that's right. I believe there are 7 cards to talk about. I only read 1 of them, and that one was actually kind of decent. Let's see if these change it, but I don't know. My Instagram comment notifications don't look like it. We have War Rock Wintu. It is a level 4 Earth Warrior effect monster, 1800 attack and defense points. If your Earth Warrior monster battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation quick effect, you can pay 800 life points. During your battling monster gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. If this card is sent from your monster zone to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher War Rock monster from your hand or deck. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. Yeah, not really the best. We kind of needed like a starter, a level 4 starter. I think that's what we need. Yeah, we got the field spell, but we need something better. But this, I get it. It's a battle phase theme, but still, that's not a really great card. We have Warrock Mahmud. Mahmud is a level 5 Earth Warrior effect monster, 2000 attack and 2000 defense. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control warrior monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Come on, just special summon. That's it. We already got one that does that. That same exact. I'm sorry. We have one that's very similar to this that you could just normal summon it. What's the point of that? If your Earth Warrior monster battles after damage calculation, you can target one spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy it. Then all Warrock monsters you currently control gain 200 attack points at the end of your opponent's turn. You can only use each effect once per turn. Okay. So, it's a pop, it's a back row pop, I guess, 200 attack points, but really, are they that worried about us special summoning? Like, this deck freaking needs something like that, you know? It's an OTK deck that doesn't want to do OTKs. That's hilarious. This one, I love the artwork for this one. I'm hoping this one's good. I have not read this, and I just love the artwork, so please don't disappoint me here. We have Warrock Meteoragon. It is a level 7 Earth Warrior effect monster, 2600 attack and defense points. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Kinda wish it was prevented from being targeted. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can negate the effects of that opponent's monster this turn, as well as the activated effects and effects on the field of monsters with the same original name. Once per turn, during a battle phase in which your Earth Warrior monster battles, quick effect, you can make all Warrock monsters you currently control gain 200 attack points at the end of your opponent's turn. Also, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. Okay, so that's actually not that bad. I kind of wish it was prevented from being targeted. The other effect, like, hear me out on this one. I kind of wish that this would have been a negation of all your opponent's monsters during the battle phase only. It kind of would fit. It would work. I think that would actually help a little. But yeah, the attack twice though, I do like that. That's actually pretty cool. So this card's okay, but not like I was hoping for a newer boss monster that would be really great. This is the one I did read. This is Warrock Dignity. It's a quick play spell card that reads, you must control a Warrock monster to activate either of this card's effects. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effects, negate that effect. During the battle phase, when your opponent activates a spell trap or a monster effect, negate that effect. You can only activate one Warrock Dignity per turn. So what I do like about this is that it's a negation. It's a quick play spell card. You just have to control a Warrock monster. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does not destroy the card that it negates. Like, I kind of wish it did that, you know, negate that effect, and if you do destroy that card, that would have been really cool. But I do like that we did get a negation. That's actually pretty cool. It's a quick play. I like it. You know, that's fine. I'll take what I could get when it comes to this bad archetype. Now we have Warrock Spirit, quick play spell card. Oh, another one. During the battle phase, target one Warrock monster in your graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Special summon that target in attack position, but for the rest of this turn, its effects are negated, also cannot attack directly. Really? An OTK deck that doesn't want to OTK. Whatever. The other one, special summon that target in defense position, also for the rest also the first time each Warrock monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle, this turn is not destroyed. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Special summon that target in defense position. Also, the first time each Warrock monster you control would be destroyed by battle this turn, it is not destroyed. You can only activate one Warrock Spirit per turn. That's not bad, actually. So, the first part I don't like because you can't attack directly, but at the same time, you could probably stack on a really good one to attack an opponent's monster, but at the same time, a lot of these Warrocks have the ability that the higher ones can't attack directly, so what's the point of those? It's just weird. I think this lady actually does that effect where you special summon level 4 or lower, but level 5s can't attack directly for the rest of the turn. So it's like I can special summon a monster, but it won't attack directly. Anyways, the second effect I do like, especially if you're in a pickle, you can special summon defense, can be destroyed at least once, it could save you from 2 attacks, who knows. That's actually not bad, and you know what, maybe this could be used as an extender for something, I don't really know, but let's go on to the traps. We have Warrock Generations. It is a normal trap card during the battle phase, and if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon one Warrock monster from your deck, and if you activated this card during your opponent's turn, for the rest of this turn while you control the face-up special summon monster, your opponent's monster cannot attack except to attack that monster. You can only activate 1 Warlock generations per turn. Not bad. I just don't like the restriction that your opponent has to have more monsters than you do, because it seems like you're trying to spam out more monsters to attack directly. Kind of, you know, so I just wish they didn't have that part. But special summoning a Warlock from the deck is not that bad, especially if you go first and you brick. I guess if you have this card, it's not bad. But at the same time, it's not really saying much in an archetype like this. Next, or the last card, we have Warrock Big Blow, normal trap card. During the main phase, if a face of Warrock monster or monsters you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. You can only activate 1 Warrock Blow. No. Why couldn't it just be destroyed in general? Well, this says leaves the field, so I guess something like Compulse or anything that books back something like the freaking Lurelus, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. So after all these cards, I might be a little bit critical here. There's some good cards in here. There's decent cards. There's some that could have been a lot better, but they chose not to be because I guess they wanted to be fair. But all in all, there's some decent cards. There's some that I probably would not be playing. I'm going to test this deck. I'm going to try to test it, see if there's any way of playing this deck. But it's kind of like Subterrors to me. Like when Subterrors first came out, they had a good field spell. They had some somewhat decent cards, and then afterwards it just kind of went downhill a little bit there. The deck didn't do anything, and it was not that playable. I tried to mess around with it, you know, trial and error here and there. I used to play Prediction Princesses, then I like teched in Rhoda with Midshield Gardener so I could set off Behemoths, and then I even played Meadowfoes, which was actually not that bad of a deck, actually, especially when you could rank 7 plays. But then Guru came out, and it completely changed the way you played Subterrors. Now it is a Guru control deck. You don't even use the Behemoths anymore. You don't run any of the Warriors, the Archers. You don't run any of that stuff anymore. So I'm hoping that the OCG comes out with something that can actually completely change the way you play with this deck, because there's something there. I think this could be a control deck if the OCG gives us something that is really needed. And if anything, give us 2 cards. I could see them giving 2 cards. They did that for Spiral. I'm sorry, not Spiral. Subterrors. They gave us the Link Monster and Guru. So who knows? Maybe they could do the same treatment for this deck, because this deck really needs some more help. Yeah, I'm going to try to mess around with it, and I'll maybe try to do a video if it doesn't suck. So we'll just see how that works. Let's go to the... Scrolling down here a little. Okay. We have the imports, the OCG imports. We have Diviner, the Herald's Ida, the Sun Magician, Stay Sailor. Which one is that one? I actually don't know that one. DDD, Super Sight, King Zero, Maxwell, Binary Blader, Sun Avalon, Daphne, Sun Avalon, Melas, and Sun Avalon Crossbreed. Yeah, okay. I thought there was another Sun Avalon. I thought there was a 4th one. Okay, so those are our OCG imports, and the TCG imports, I'm sorry, exclusives. Again, Warrock's still not very playable, but OCG, come on. You got to come out with something that's going to make this deck better. Like, you help Spirals, like even Spirals, they were not that great either. They had some pretty cool cheeky combos, but it wasn't all that great until we got Double Helix and they freaking broke like crazy. So I'm hoping the OCG can come in, save this archetype, make it a little bit better. Even if it's a control deck, I can actually see this being a control deck with things like, you know, the POTS cards that you have in there. You can even run like a Goes and Match, Rivalry, or Warlords. Something can make this deck playable if they get some really good cards. And a starter monster for normal summoning, I think, is needed. Especially like this card is normal summon, add 1 Warrock card to your hand. Like something like that, I don't think is broken for an archetype that's this bad, you know. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think of all these cards? Are you going to be picking up Lightning Overdrive? For me, I'm a little iffy, but I do want to support my locals, so maybe I'll purchase like 5 packs. Normally I do like 10 or more, but I'm not happy with some of these cards and the choices that are the rarity selections. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your comments down below about this set, and are you excited for it? What's your number 1 card you want to get from the set if you go to your premiere events? For me, I just want to get Agnister cards, and they're cheap as hell. They're commons, so that's why I think I might just buy the singles for that moment. But at the same time, I want to support my locals, so you probably will be seeing a premiere video pack opening. So probably look for that next week. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.